Hopefully I don't get a reflection. I I kind of drew some kind of canyon up here is what I did. How's it going, everyone? I'm gonna actually put it in real quick. Little put it in so you can see it. I'm actually gonna use. I'm gonna try and use brown uh, on the mountains today, but I want to have some even farther distant mountains. I'm kind of imagining like this is out there at the the Grand Canyon, where there would be even further distant mountains if you're looking at the those that mountain range. God, I lived over there in Vegas for years. I forget what it's called. So I want the mountains to look like they're here and then going off into the distance there with the canyon going off this way. This has got to be a little more straighter here. I can already see. Let me sketch this in so you can kind of see uh, with paint. This will be the edge of the canyon wall here, coming down. I'm going to try and put a river way down deep inside there too. Looks like that, and then some mountain ranges right here going back with there's going to be a few hills in front of the mountain ranges. I don't have any green mixed or anything because I don't know what I'm going to do yet. All I have on my palette is a burnt umber, yellow ochre. I mixed some gray and some brown for those distant mountains. I might have to do them lighter than that. Some gray and cobalt blue. I did put a little dash of purple in it again. This time I used purple. I didn't put red in it. If you saw the painting from last night, I put red in there, and it turned into a very light violet color. So my sky ended up being purple. Where is that one? It still came out looking good. Uh, I did a painting earlier with the iridescent colors, the pearl, Amsterdam pearls, and I'm almost there. I'll be able to do a demonstration here pretty soon, probably by this weekend, I'm thinking. I got a lot going on. I got 4 shows to do Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're playing. So I'm in 2 bands. I got Rick and Lisa Experience. We're playing Thursday and Friday, and also on Sunday. And then on Saturday, Saturday and Sunday, the Magnolia Steel Band. So I got a lot going on this weekend. So maybe by next week I'll do those pearl colors. They're kind of cool. What I can do already is what I figured out. I can, when I put like the snow on the mountain, I did it on one, and you get like 2 colors uh, on your light side. So when you walk by it, it change the snow changes colors. It's pretty cool. So I'm trying to get it to where the whole painting moves. I always thought, well, how can you paint like leaves blowing on a tree? So this paint might accomplish that, because you can get the leaves on the trees to change colors as the viewer eyes moves with the light. So that'll be kind of cool. That's what I'm hoping for. They also call that it's like 3D. They call that paint. 3D paint. They call it interference paint because the light interferes in there. Interference pigments is what they call it. I'm sure it's been out for a while, but it's new to me, so I think it'll be perfect for landscapes. They use it more for pouring. I'm not really into pouring because, I mean, I don't know. I guess there is some kind of technique to it, but every girl, every artist I know uh, uh, pours, you know. Pour your art down. I don't know how fun that would. That's why I like doing landscapes. They're always. I swear to God, they're always different. You know, I don't care if you put a mountain in there and trees and water. It's not going to look the same. So I'm kind of worried about making these brown back here. So I'm just going to do it the way I usually do and put a gray back there. I don't want to mess it up. So probably a value 6 uh, of gray back there. Might need a smaller brush, yeah. So what I'll do, I'll just put some gray back here, and maybe I'll do one and I'll put brown over this on one of them when it dries, and see how it looks. I'm going to do these front mountains in brown, but these ones in the distance, I'm going to keep them light gray so I know they'll look far off in the distance then. Let me sketch these other mountains in so I don't get confused here. There we go. Looking good. I just thought I was getting a phone call. Have you ever put your phone in your pocket and you feel it like vibrating? It used to do that to me a long time ago when I first got a phone. Your leg would start vibrating, and it really wasn't. I'm sure there's a term for that. But... All right, so there I'm going to have some distant mountains way back I'm hoping that looks good. We'll see what happens. I'm going to make these front ones, I'm going to use brown just to try something different. So let me put some brown down here. And what I'll use is I'll probably use yellow, a mixture of yellow ochre and white for the different color up there. Maybe black as well for some shading. So I want these to be out front, so it's going to kind of go like this. Yeah, I've been tired lately. I don't know if it's because of the weather. It's starting to get really starting to chill down now here in Seattle. Uh, we went from like warm weather to cold. I mean, really fast. All right, so there's those. I want them to go off into the distance there. Hopefully I can get it to look like that. All right, I did just get a text. Maybe I knew I was going to get a text from somebody. I'll put some yellow ochre down here. This is the first time I'm doing a canyon. It's just an idea in my head right now. I mean, that's why I had to sketch it out. Uh, so I'm going to have some hills here, but I don't want them to be, it's not going to be grass. It's going to be, what they're going to be is like rocky hills. So what I did, I put some gray and white into this brown to get this color. This is the color I was going to use way back there, but I figure I'll use it for this groundwork here, and I can make it look like rocks and stuff. We'll see what happens. I'll put the same color over here on the ground, and then I'll try and lighten it up in spots. This will be my underpaint. I just, with that pearl paint, you actually have to use a dark canvas. So what I did, I took some gesso. I mean, I have black canvas, but I took some gesso and added a little black paint to it. Man, it worked good. It covered in the first coat. So what I think I'm going to start doing when I paint over a bunch of old paintings that I don't like anymore or don't sell, I'm going to add a little bit of paint to the gesso before I cover over it, and then I only have to put one coat on. I mean, it works really good, you know, by just adding a little color to the gesso. And then it was like a dark gray color, almost as dark as Payne's gray, and the painting came out so cool. Uh, I put it on the community post. It looks darker than my usual paintings because there was a gray undertone to it. Even the blue looked different because of the underpaint was gray. So that's pretty cool. I'll use maybe this color on some of the mountain up here, maybe on the shading. So what I'm going to do now is take this color and darken it up a little bit of it. Just going to get all my color in right now. I'm going to use it for this canyon wall here. I'm going to have the light coming from this way, so all this canyon wall is going to be in the shade. Just putting it in loose right now, getting all the color down. So once I get this underpaint done, you'll probably see what I've envisioned for this piece, hopefully. These will end up being rocky canyon walls. I'll come in here with a knife and scrape down so it looks like a wall going back. Pretty cool. This will be a wall here, canyon wall. All right, made this one way too dark, but that's all right. I'll lighten it up. So down here, I'm going to have a river. So I'm going to put my blue in down there. I'm just going to make it all blue for now. And I'll put some rocks and stuff around the edge there once I get going. So basically, the river is going to come down like this. Around this bend here. The Grand Canyon. I wouldn't say this is the Grand Canyon, but anyway, there's the underpaint. It's looking good. Let me brush my water across. For some reason, it just looks better when the brush work is horizontal on the water. I don't know why, but it works. All right, so there. Let's see how that's looking in the... Wow. Yeah, looks like a canyon, except I made that wall too dark. So what I'm going to do, let's see. lighten it up a bit so it doesn't throw my eye off. This would be very light back here. Hopefully you guys are doing good. Yeah, it's going to be something like that. Okay, there we go. Looking good. I wanted to lighten this hill up before it dried, but I could still lighten it up a bit. Get some stuff going on in there. I think I'll put some yellow ochre down here just to get some different colors going on in here. Yeah, I don't know if this might not be the Grand Canyon. It might be another something else, but it looks starting to look pretty good. Already running out of paper towels. All right, I'm gonna have the light coming from the left, so I'm gonna use yellow ochre. I want to use a softer brush to put the yellow ochre up there. I'm going to use yellow ochre lightened down with a little white. So let's start with this big peak here. I'm going to put some light up there real quick, just so I can get my eye focused on what I want. It might be too light, so I'm going to my darker color. That's going to be too dark. So what I'll do, I'll use that darker color on the other side. Let me try it on the other side real quick. It's kind of like it's brown with gray in it. mean, I want it to have a bunch of different colors in there if I can. It's not bad. I'll probably have to work on the mountains for a little bit, but that's good. I just want to get the main idea in, and like I said, I'll fix it up. Probably fix it up once I shut the camera off. I'm sure you don't want to watch me work this mountain because I'll work it till it looks good. This one I want like out front, and these, all of these are going to be out in front of each other. So I don't want to spend the next hour doing that. So I'll just roughly get this in so you can kind of see what I'm seeing. But you can kind of see how I'm going to end up having to work these mountains to get them the way I want it. But look at that. See how they're going to go off in the distance? All right, that's looking good. These here I want to turn into like rocks. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to try and get a light gray and try and design uh, some rocks up here. It's almost like uh, doing a mountain, doing it like flat. So I'm imagining the light hitting up here, and you could put this white anywhere, and it would be like the top part of the shelf. Okay, I guess you can say. So, and now what you'll do is you'll take a little bit of dark color now underneath the white and create some things underneath it like that. Okay, and use different colors. I mean, brown, blacks. Eventually, I'm going to work this into maybe run some water down here into there. It's looking pretty good so far. I'm trying to think, I don't want this edge to be so smooth. What did I use down here? I'm trying to remember. Put some rocks hanging off the edge here. I don't know. I thought this one would be kind of fun to do, but I can tell this one's going to take more time. So I probably won't work it much more because I mean there's a lot of work to do on it. There's just a lot of things that need to be detailed out, you know. But I'll do a little more, but for what I'm seeing, like what needs to be done, it's not as fun as like a landscape with trees and bushes. You know, it's going to be all rock work, and it's going to take me a while to do those mountains. I mean, if you like this, you know, design, you can give it a try. But I'll kind of put some stuff in here to try and make it look uh, finished. I can try and put a. Let me try and put a waterfall in there. See what that does. Maybe that'll spice it up a bit because I mean I could change all this and put trees in here and get it finished a lot better. But let's say we could put some running water in here. Uh, I think that'll end up looking cool. Uh, you know, with another kind of like a drop in here. That would bring the groundwork down to here. That would look cool. So I have the a waterfall inside the canyon like that. All right, guys, that's about all I'm gonna do on this one. I just think that this is gonna take too long. Maybe I shouldn't have started something so complicated like this. Let me put some trees up here and see what happens. I have some, I just got to squirt out a little blue and mix some yellow ochre with it and make some green real quick. And let's fill it up with trees. How's that sound? So I squirt out some cobalt blue. I'm mixing my yellow ochre into it, and I'm gonna try and make some green. And I'll have to add some black to it to make it darker. Maybe I'll show you some stuff. Like I'll try and I'll glaze some of this right now down here with yellow, this yellow ochre. Like say you wanted the sunlight to hit in a certain spot, you get your brush wet and get it really wet, and then just grab some yellow and then you glaze over your color. And it's like adding sunlight to just that part of the picture. Maybe the sun's coming across here, hitting over on this side. I'll lighten that up and throw some trees up there. It'll change it to grass too. All right, I'm gonna put up some trees in here. Make it fun. A little more fun for me. So maybe that's why people don't do canyons. Because I've never seen anybody do a canyon, so. And I can see why, because it would just take too long. All right, I got some green out here. I'm at 38 minutes. Let's put some bushes here. And I'm going to run some tall trees up here. These are different types of trees. If you take your fan brush and then just widen it out at the bottom, leave the top part skinny, keep your brush like this the whole time. It's a very simple way to make a tree. Okay, but you can get a lot of them in there very quickly. And then I'll highlight those. I'm going to add a little gray to this color, and then I'll be able to highlight these trees here. Okay, there's some trees there. I like that. Let's put some we'll put some bushes down here. Maybe these will be treetops down in here. Yeah. Trees down here. Let's put a tree way out here somewhere. Right on the edge there. I keep smelling smoke. I wonder if there's still, because it's raining, I wonder if the smoke from the clouds are like all the forest fires that they had. I wonder if it's in mixing in with the rain clouds because I can kind of smell smoke. I had the window cracked open a little earlier. I'm gonna have like a big tree here. Right in the front here. And one here. These are those big, huge sequoia trees that are like 200 feet tall. There we go. See, now the scene's changing a little better. Now I'm gonna add some gray to my so-called green, and might have to change the lighting. Well, I'll just put it on. I'll just put it on it on the left side. We'll highlight these trees now. You don't have to go all the way down because you can put bushes down here with this highlight color. I just added gray uh, to the same color. And then you can come in here and highlight these trees now. Watch. We'll put some dimension on this tree now. See that? If if you get anything out of this video, this is kind of cool, the way I'm highlighting these sequoia trees. It's the same color that you use to make the tree. It could be any green color that you got. Just add gray to that green, okay? And then come down the side that where the light is hitting with some gray. It's going to add dimension to, if you want the light to hit straight on, then you could do both sides, okay? But look at that. See, I just highlighted all my trees there. These I'm going to start with just the left side to get this is the simple way to highlight just one side. See, it gives it dimension. Alright guys, well this turned out fun. This part here I kind of like doing, all the trees and stuff and the water. So it didn't turn out as bad as I thought. Now I'm going to add a little bit of let me start with brown here for these walls. I'll start with a brownish color, then I'm going to add maybe yellow ochre to it and some white. Look at that. We try and put little yellow ochre in there with it. Might not be the best choice of colors. I know that's probably in the shadow, but I'm just showing you what it looks like with a little white in there. This one, we just want to keep it kind of dark back here. This looks way better. This color on top of that that dark, yeah, it looks way better than this stuff I put here. So that was a mixture of brown and gray. Or burnt umber with some gray in it. All right, guys, I think I'm gonna end it now. Let me put a little groundwork down here. I'll make maybe a beach at the bottom of the wall. Real loose. I'm still gonna finish this, but just trying to get everything in I think that it would need to get finished. It needs clouds, of course. I still got to work the mountains. I mean, it looks all right. I like that I added the trees in there. So, if you watched, I appreciate it. It's the first time I ever did like a canyon, so I think it's still going to come out good after I work it a little more. But I think it's starting to look cool. It's starting to look really cool. All right, guys. Thanks for subscribing, and we'll see you on the next video. Cheers.